So yesterday I carved this. I wasn't able to finish it because, well, tons of wood burning on it. Spirit of the flower. So last night I had another idea, and I watched Chris the Viking Warriors video today. He got a carving from me. I carved a skull on it. He didn't know what the skull was at first. He thought it was a deer hoof or something like that. So I had the other idea that I watched Chris's video this morning. I'll leave a link to it below. And Chris custom woodworking right there. Okay. And I made him a special carving. And so last night I had an idea. Then after I seen Chris's video this morning, he didn't know what the skull was. So then I said, that's it. I'm going to put this on hold because, well, whatever. I'm going to put this one on hold, and then I'm going to work on this one. So when I was just doing this, when I was doing the super hyperlapse carving, a bunch of the wood fell off. Like here was his nose. So I could have stopped and epoxied this back on, but I was in the carving zone and I don't really care. So I just carved deeper, okay? So what my plan is today, the idea that I had last night, even before watching Chris's video, here's a skull I've had for like 20 years. It's a wooden skull, one piece, carved from somewhere around the world. I think it was carved in Malaysia. Kind of looks like teak wood. But anyway, so my plan for today's thing here is, well, first of all, I'm already had to adapt, and this was a thick piece of bark when I started. Now it's thin, okay? So anyways, enough complaining or whatever I'm doing. What I want to do is I want to cut this. This is a wood spirit, obviously. This is my favorite carvings to do. I want to cut this part of the face off here and make half wood spirit, and behind the wood spirit face where this is gone, I want this to be a skull, so it looks like his face is kind of rotted away or decomposed away, and there'll be a skull back here. Okay, I don't have the best skulls. So number one, this, I don't know if I have enough depth in this carving left to do this piece anymore. Number two, I'm not the best at carving skulls because I go too fast. And number three, well, there is no number three. Okay, so I have to figure this out with a lot shallower piece of wood to carve. And I want to take my time and try and make it at least look like a skull is behind the face. So half of this face is going to be gone, and behind it is going to be a skull. That makes sense? Okay, so now I need to figure out where I want the piece to, because if you just do it right down the middle, it will just kind of look like it's just cut there. So let's kind of make it go like this, and then this. Or should it be more, it's rotting away? Yeah, I think that's okay. That's an okay line. I'll make it rougher as I go. So what I'm going to do now is, well, I'm going to carve this line deeper, and then I'll try and carve half a face of a skull on this side. This isn't going to be a tutorial because, well, how can I make a tutorial when I don't even freaking know what I'm doing? Okay, so I want to say sorry when I was carving, the camera shut off. Excuse me. So, like, how can I explain this? Lots of people say that lots of you people comment on my videos that I'm hard on myself and this and that. I don't think I'm hard on myself. I am to a certain extent, but if you're not hard on yourself, how are you going to learn, right? Like, that's how I learn, is being hard on myself. And I point out all my flaws in carving on YouTube. And I'm not ashamed to do it, because maybe you guys will learn from my mistakes, right? So that's YouTube, I think, is basically for learning, right? If I want to learn about the world or something, I'll go to YouTube, or learn about a tool, I'll go to YouTube. If I want to learn about carving, I'll go to YouTube. So I think YouTube's for learning. That's just my opinion, okay? So I've like here we go. I've always struggled, okay? Even when I used to paint, I have always struggled with doing lips, okay? And there's no lips on this, but lips, teeth, and the bottom jaw. And you can see here I've struggled with it, okay? So this looks like a skull to me. It, like, now you see the wood spirit's nose and friggin' skull's nose. It doesn't match up. Like, it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. Like, the wood spirit nose is too far away now, because I was just carving, just having fun carving, okay? So, like, this is how I like, I've tried to do my best on the bottom jaw, and so I still got to shape it and stuff like that, but this is how I prevail. If I can't do the bottom, if I carve it and it doesn't look good, this piece already is going to have some negative space in it, like right in here. I cut right through on purpose, okay? I'll just cut that bottom jaw off. I'll just make it look all rotten and hollow in here, right? So it's just, you got to keep going, and you got to, if I kept on carving these skulls and these bottom jaws like I carved the wood spirits, I'd be probably pretty good at them now, Not saying that my wood spirits are any good. But, so also on this piece too, like, it was disappointing when I first started, because I lost so much depth when that big chunk of wood flew off, right? So you only got a certain amount of depth. Oh, look at that nose there. I cut right through the nostril too. So it's just having fun. That's basically what it is. So this, let's see here. To make this piece kind of cool, because, well, we'll get his hair to flow up all over here, right? And we'll get his beard to flow all over here. And just we'll just keep on going. That's all you can do. And just keep on learning. Learn from your mistakes. Like Ryan Cook says, happy mistakes, or something. Who says they're happy? Oh, that was Mr. I don't know who said they're happy mistakes. Oh, that was friggin' the artist. What's his name? Hi, everybody. This is Bob Ross. So I'm going to quickly detail these teeth in. I got this little tiny metalworking burr. You guys can get these on Amazon. You get like a set of 20 of them. I know I keep showing them on my videos and all my burrs, but if I don't show this package on this video, I'm going to get like 10 people. What kind of burrs are those that you're using? So every video I have to show what I'm using. That's what it's for, to learn, right? Because sometimes there's some new people watching these videos. So this is a little metalworking burr, okay? Let's quickly carve in some unprofessional teeth. Okay, I'd be a coward not to show you guys this. Look at those teeth. Look at those teeth. Negative space it is. Negative space it is. Okay. So now it's getting fun. This is totally incorrect. This face here should be, but who cares, right? You're just having fun. This face should be more that way for the center of the nose. Who cares? It says what it is, right? It says what it is. So like I said, have fun. Keep on pushing on, because you're only going to get better. Let's see how better we can make this piece now with a torch. Okay. Now it's starting to come to life. So you see I did the negative space there. It's carved all the way through. That's how you fix a shitty carving. So, You know, if you look at the piece, let's see if we can get it sit proper again. This is always my biggest challenge. Okay, anyways, that could be a friggin' tongue in there, whatever you want it to be. I know it's not a correct piece, but it says what it is. That's what I'm trying to say here. I will get better on my skulls once I practice them more. Maybe I'll practice some in the next couple days here. So what I'm going to do to give this thing some more character, I got some black paint. I painted in the eyes with a little bit of red and in the nose. I'm going to paint this face here white and kind of gray, and then I'll burn it, and then I'll sand it again because I want the skull to be a different color than the face. And then maybe we'll Mod Podge this whole piece. What do you think so far? I don't mind it. It's fun, I guess, sort of cool. Okay, one might say I have ruined this piece. So I figured I did the skull white thing. So I figured I'd kind of make this guy look like a wizard and paint it all white and gray and stuff in there. But let's see if I can save it with the carving fusion technique. I'm going to I'm going to burn it, and then I'm going to sand it again. Hey, Big L, how you doing? Hope you had a good Christmas. Okay, so be careful when you're burning. You could lose lots of your detail. So some of you might like it more now. Some of you might not like it more. Doesn't matter to me. It's just about having fun, right? Okay, so a lot of questions I've been getting asked, and I see in our group, Carving Fusion World of Woodcarvers Original, about putting a finish on their piece. And what could they use to make it not go so dark? Okay, this piece here is going to go dark. It's going to go super dark because, well, I just know it will, because I've any cottonwood bark that you burn, man, any wood that you burn basically is going to go dark. Even though I sanded the burn off, it's the burn still penetrating there. It's going to be deep. So what I suggest, if you don't want your piece to go so dark, okay, there's something called a sanding sealer. Okay, you can get it in a paint on thing, or you can get it on a spray thing. It's called sanding sealer, or this stuff. Okay, matte, clear, gloss, or whatever you want to do. So this stuff, when you spray it on, it goes dark for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden the color almost comes back. Okay, so if you want to do something out, this stuff doesn't last very long outdoors. So I suggest, this is what I do for something outdoors. If you don't want it to go too dark, spray a couple of coats of this on, and let it cure properly for a day, each coat. Okay, because it's like plastic. You want the plastic to cure, because once the plastic cures, it's not plastic, but you know what I'm saying. Once it cures, it fills a barrier around here. Okay, there's like a little thin coat of plastic all in here. So whatever you put on next isn't going to absorb to the wood. So for outdoor pieces, I'll do a coat or two of this. Then I'll do some spar urethane. Okay, because once you put this on there, I repeat, I'm a parrot. You put it on, it makes a coat of plastic there just to simplify it. Then when you put the spar urethane on, yes, it doesn't penetrate the wood, but also it won't go so dark, because spar urethane makes it go really dark. Okay, I'm going to stop talking here because I'm going to cough in a second. But we got some Mod Podge here. I don't know. I'll make up my mind what I'm going to use. Excuse me. So what I could do is I could spray it with this, let it cure for a day, then Mod Podge it. But the Mod Podge really doesn't penetrate the wood anyways. It's like a glue. But I want this piece to kind of be shiny. So I'm going to Mod Podge it. I don't care. But you're going to see how dark it's going to go. It's okay. This is a dark piece. There's a skull in there. It's supposed to be kind of dark. Don't you think? I will say one more thing. This is the Mod Podge matte, right? So when I got some gloss I'm going to use, but once I Mod Podge this, these whites and grays are sure going to pop, because the wood's going to get dark. So the wood will be darker than these whites and grays, and they'll really pop. Yep, carry on. All right, everybody, so here it is done. So Let me say this again. I've said it in lots of my videos. You do not need to put a wood finish on your wood carving. Okay? Sometimes the wood finish might ruin it. I don't think I should have painted this wizard hairs white. I think I should have just done the skull white. And I don't think I should have Mod Podged it. It doesn't matter though, okay? I don't care. Somebody will like this. Somebody will want to buy it. Let's see if it's not so shiny if I turn this light off. You don't need to put a finish on your wood spear, on your carvings, okay? And another thing too, the more that you do with trying different finishes and different techniques and stuff like that, the better you're going to get, okay? Hope everybody's good. Keep at it. Keep trying new things, because all in all, it's just an experiment. And hope you're all good. Thanks for tuning in. And once again, I always got to say this. I appreciate the support, because without all you guys' support, I don't think I'd be the person, YouTuber I am today. So thanks again, and hope you're all well. Carry on. Carving Fusion. Over and out.